All right, welcome to another video here. Tyron here, we auto detailing. Today, we're going to talk about making a living with mobile detailing. So, when it comes to making a living off mobile detailing, you got a couple things that play a part with that. And today, we're going to go through all the things that you need to consider when it comes to trying to make a living off of mobile detailing. So, to start making a living off of mobile detailing, you want to consider the different ways of mobile detailing. So, with the different ways of mobile detailing, you have a couple different ways of going about it. So, when I say that, I'm referring to the type of vehicle that you want to use for mobile detailing to make that living, because you're going to have a vehicle to make a living off of mobile detailing. So some people they use vans, some people they use pickup trucks, some people use trailers, some people use, well, those are the top three when it comes to vehicles. When it comes to vehicles to use to start your mobile detailing, to make a living off of it. And then now that you have your van or your vehicle, next, the next thing that you need to make a living off of mobile detailing is you're gonna need customers. So you have your van, now it's time to get some customers. So the best way to get a customer from mobile detailing to make a living is you want to reach out to your families and friends. And by reaching out to your family and friends, they'll get you started. And you want to offer them very cheap detailing. I mean, like at least 50% below market value of a detail. So you got your van, and now you're working on your customers. And when you start with your family and friends, you want to charge them the less amount possible, because the goal with that is not to make money, but to build your reputation. So you have to build trust in order to get clients. So ideally, you want to get pictures, you want to get referrals, you want every person's car that you detail, you want them to refer you on social media, tag you in a post, you want them to send a text message to 4 friends or 4 people that they know. Things like that is how you get started with family and friends. So assuming that you got your van, you got your equipment, and now you're outside and you detailing your mom's car. You want to have like a business card. So you're talking about making a living off of mobile detailing. So any business owner, they have business cards. So You got to get you some business cards because people are going to want to stop you and ask you to get their car cleaned. And if you don't have a way to give your information to them, then there goes another customer that you lost because you don't have a business card. So, in order to make a living off of detailing, you gotta have those things. And then now, let's move to the next phase because, and just like in any investment that you're making in, you go through your family and friends route, and then you move on to regular customers because after that, you got to be able to make some customers. So I personally would start with ads, like Google ads, Yelp ads, things like that. But if you don't want to start with ads and you want to get everything going without ads, the next step of making a living off of mobile detailing after you get your van and after you start with your family and friends when it comes to customers, then you want to go ahead and start walking around your city and introducing yourself to local business owners. You want to introduce yourself to local businesses. And of course, if you go into the bigger brand companies, you're going to have employees there. So, you want to ask them to put the card in the break room. Uh, of course, you're going to have the cheapest prices at this moment because you want to build your reputation. I'll say have the cheapest prices for the first couple months in order to you know, start getting some money to pay your bills if you're going to be living off this money. Because we're talking about making a living off of mobile detailing. So you want to have the cheapest prices. You want to have your family and friends help you out by sending referrals. Every vehicle you wash, you got to take pictures of because those pictures can use as proof of your work, and you can show that stuff to people so that they can know that you know what you're doing when it comes to cleaning their car. Um, yeah, so you want to walk around to all the businesses and go ahead and pass your cars out. Don't be afraid to ask them to get to do their car right then and there. Start getting some money in. A lot of times, the best way to market is to be actually doing the service. I get the most people asking for cards when I'm in the middle of detailing the car. So that's the start of making a living off of detailing. Getting customers, getting your van, starting with family and friends. Then you want to go to businesses in your local area, and also you want to go ahead and start the ads. Um, but you gotta have a website and a payment processor because in order to make a living off of detailing, most people they survive. They have to pay with card because that's the new way of getting payment. So having a payment processor similar to like Square because they actually allows you to. They also have websites for you as well. So having a website that also allows scheduling. So having a scheduling system helps with your customer management. It helps with collecting data. It helps you with making sure that you have a certain amount of appointments per day. So when it comes to making a living off of detailing, you have to have that appointment software with the payment processing as well. So just to recap, you gotta have a van to get started. You gotta have your friends and family as a start when it comes to getting customers, and then you get into going to local businesses to, you know, after you do your friends and family rounds, you may see you take pictures, you may see you get reviews, and then you want to get into your website and scheduling because you need that scheduling and you need the website to get appointments booked and things like that. So once you get all that stuff going, then you want to go to other marketing avenues. So then that's where you get into your your customers that you got from your appointment app and your scheduling app. You want to build a system within your payment processor, which is I use Square, and you want to start contacting your customers that you do on a monthly, bi-weekly, and every 3 month basis. And some of the system has it already automated, and you just have to set it up and pay for it. That's the best investment you can make for your business, and you need to do it. So what I'm referring to is you want to market to your customers on a consistent basis so that they can become a repeat client. And by doing this, it's a better way to make a living off of detailing because now you got more repeat business, and that's how most businesses stay alive by their repeat customers. So we got the van, we did the family and friends and family. We we went to certain businesses to promote. We got our website. We got our scheduling. We're taking credit card payments off of our payment processor. We we're reaching out to every customer that we're doing on a consistent basis. And now I would say the next step is always, getting the reviews, which I mentioned in the family and friends. But not only that, uh, you got to make sure you're just doing a good job because we can't skip that. That's also important. So just making sure you're doing a good job, and then that's when you get into like equipment, making sure you got the right equipment. Um, I skip one, so flyers. So you want to get your van wrapped. That one comes in as well. So how to make a living off of mobile detailing, you got to get your van wrapped because that's also very important. So we currently do not have our van wrapped. We have done it before. We have, but currently we're in the process of we rebranded this year. So with the rebranding, we just haven't gotten to the van wrap yet. So, but that's in the process. So I don't want to put any half done artwork on our truck. But getting your van wrap is important, and because you're just starting, um, and we're talking about making a living off of mobile detailing, you want to you want to go ahead and you want to go ahead and at least get a magnet because the magnets are a lot cheaper than the wrap. So if you're just getting started, you want to go ahead and get a magnet. You can get one on both sides of the truck or your van, or if you want to do the back, you can do the back too. So you buy 3 magnets, you put them on both sides of the van or the truck or the trailer, and then you put one in the back. And that could be another way to attract customers to you and get going in your business. So getting those magnets and wrapping your van is another key point to making a living off of detailing, mobile detailing. So I'm recapping after every set. So we got our van, we we have our families and friends, the first rounds of customers, we got our pictures after those details. We go ahead and use that money to set up our scheduling and our website with our payment processor. Um, we got we walking around to businesses after our fans and family, and that's going to help us get local, introducing our business to local businesses, and then we get into um, we go into the marketing of our van, meaning that we're going to get a wrap or we're going to get um, magnets for the side of our trucks and our vans, and then after that, you want to get into the next step of making a living off of detailing. So this one is a little bit less technical, but it's more about work flexibility. So the next step is about work flexibility. And what I mean by that is we have to have open, a fairly open schedule. And the reason I say that is because you have to get every dollar you can when you first starting. And what comes with that is being flexible to your customer's schedule. And being flexible to your customer's schedule involves like having open availability on your schedule. And me personally, I would not turn down any washes from any customer um, based on the time. So this flexibility in schedule, I don't have too much to add to that. That would just be another way to make a living off mobile detailing. Because once you get a customer, you pretty much got them locked in if you do a good job. So every potential customer that calls you, if you can do it, I definitely recommend doing it, especially if you're in a lack of customers. Um, Getting those customers in your database is just a good job and a good way to keep your business growing. Most people don't want to keep trying multiple companies. So once they call you and they're happy with you, there's a high chance of them coming back as long as you do a good job, as long as you are like reliable when they need you. So being available when they need you is very important because it's about being reliable for the customer. And that's why I say flexible availability is important when it comes to making a living from over detailing. So I think I went over about 8 different things so far. Um, so I gotta use my brain now to just think about other things that I haven't spoke about just yet. So what are some things that have made my business stand out and made my business where I've been able to make a living from it? I would say is I guess we're getting a less technical and more mindset driven now. So being consistent, staying consistent every single day and doing it year round, that builds trust with the clientele and that'll make them trust you to come back. Even like the consistent marketing that you do, that you send to them through your emails and your text messaging, continuing to build that and continuing to support, like to show your customer that you're still doing the job. By doing that, you're actually building trust with your client. So it's very important that you stay consistent because building that trust over the years, the longer the customer will stay with you in a longer time frame. So that's been very important when it comes to growing and building um, and making a living off of detailing. Like a lot of my customers, even if I don't hear from them from 6 months, on the 8th month they calling me because they know that they could depend on me no matter what. They can even try another detailer and still actually come back and use me again after that detailer stops being consistent and they call me back again to start back detailing their car. But that's just because I've been very consistent with my business and everybody's not consistent enough. So that's another way to make a living off of detailing by just staying consistent. Another way um, to build and make a living off of detailing, you have to communicate with your customers. So what I mean by that is it's all about first impression, especially like on your first time clients. But not only that, like how you communicate with your customer going into the appointment, it says a lot and it means a lot when things doesn't go right or um, how they perceive your business. So for me, because it's a service-based business, a lot of the customer has to realize that some jobs take longer than expected, and that's kind of like one of the key things that that separates the business when it comes to like customer service. Because a lot of people, you'll hear them say like retailers are no show, they don't show up, they don't communicate. I was supposed to come, but they never came. You have to communicate with the customer and just let them know when you're running behind. You got to be willing to offer discounts if they complain about it. Um, just things like that helps your business stay in longevity and keep certain clients that probably would have left and just had a bad impression from your business because of the fact that you're running late, which in a lot of scenarios is things that are out of our control because we're trying to make sure that we provide the best service to the customer that we're working on at the moment. So making sure that we communicate in the best way possible, even if you're in the middle of a detail, you gotta take the time to communicate with your customers to let them know that you're running behind or you just can't make it at the time that they were scheduled for. And I think that's very important when it comes to making a living off of movie detailing. And so now I'm gonna go ahead and do a recap again. So now that you started off your movie detailing business with a van. You got your van, you got your truck, you got your trailer, whatever you're gonna use. Then you go ahead and start focusing on customers after you got your equipment. After you got your equipment, you go ahead and do your family and friends round. So the family and friends round is when you reach out to all your family members. You offer the cheapest price possible to go ahead and get the customer and get the family members to give you a try. After you get your family members to give you a try, you want to make sure you take as many pictures as possible on those details so that you can use those pictures and those everything to get your next customers after your family and friends. You want to post those online. You want to post those on your Google account. You want to post those everywhere that you can post your work. So after you post the pictures from your families and friends, you want to create a scheduling system so that you can have all your work so that you can be scheduled online. So That means you want to get your software, booking, and website going. So you got your van, you done your family and friends, you got pictures, you got reviews, and now you want to start going to local businesses to let them know about your business, let them know if you just started, let them know your pricing, and you want to do that every single day, all day if you have to, whenever you're not detailing a car. You shouldn't be sitting in the house, um, scrolling on social media, liking people posts, all that stuff. Like when you first start, you got to get out there, you got to ride around, you got to let people know who you are. Next, you have to get you a magnet for your truck or your van, and you also got to get you a van wrap if you can afford it as well. So the van wrap and the magnet, that's how you start your marketing outside of, you know, walking around and letting people know about your business. So you got your magnet, you done your family and friends, you got your now you gotta go ahead and get your business card. You got your business card and now you're ready to go. And whenever people stop you while you're detailing, you gotta give them business cards. That's the next step. So you got your business card, you got your magnet, you got your van, you got your equipment, you got your website, you got your scheduling, you got all that stuff set up now. Now it's time. You went to the businesses in your local area. Uh, so now we're going to talk about, staying, being disciplined, being, um, staying consistent, um, those type of stuff. Customer communication, you emailing your customers consistently, you know, all that stuff is how you stay consistent in your business and you grow. Um, so I believe that long as you have those type of things that I mentioned so far, I believe all those things will then help you make it as a detailer, and you shouldn't have any problems after that. Um, of course, you want to make sure you got your Google reviews and things like that. But other than that, man, that's how you really level up, and that's how you make it as a mobile detailer, uh, and you can make a living and provide for your family. Now I'm gonna get away from the steps, and now I'm gonna just trying to get into some more personal, just you know things you have to worry about when you become a retailer, and things that'll help you make it and survive as a detailer. So one of the main things that set people down once they get started in detailing is not being able to make it through the slow season. And the slow season usually starts around right after Christmas. We do have a summer rain that's for a couple weeks in the summer, but the main slow season is the winter, um, and whatever time of year that is for your area. So especially if you mobile only. So making it through the slow season is one of the main things that you have to worry about when it comes to making it as a detailer. And I would say that over the years it gets easier. So your first year of detailing is going to be hard, the hardest winter you ever going to have. The second year of detailer is going to be a little bit easier. So what I did was my first year detailing, I had a job. I was Ubering and door dashing whenever I got slow as a detailer. My second year detailing, I I think I got like I think I did a different way of Uber and DoorDash. So the first year I was doing like the warehouse. The second year I was just delivering food. And then the third year I tried to do the same thing on the slow season, but I actually did it for like a week, and it was starting to affect my jobs and my appointment, so I quit, and I was able to make it through the slow season. The fourth year, no, I didn't have to do any DoorDash, no Uber Eats, no Amazon, so I was able to completely um, self-sufficient, run a business without having to stop working, with basically having with making it as a detailer. I'm so sorry. I'm having a tongue twisting moment, but basically we was able to make it through a whole winter without having to get any other income coming in. We just was able to live off of our client base. So that's what happens when you stay consistent over the years. You're able to make it through the winters and then go from there. So another issue when it comes to making it as a mobile detailer, um, it comes to like not over leveraging yourself. So the people that want to get started, you may be coming from a job, uh, you know, and you want to get started, and you need a van, you need a truck, and you go out there and you go buy a van and a truck, and you get payments on it. You say, oh, it's only $400-500, uh, you know, but then the slow season come around and you got to pay for that van. So that's what I mean by don't get over leveraged, because there can be weeks, there can be, you can have a $8,000 month, and then the slow season come around and you can have a $2,000 month. If you went out during that time and increase your cost of living, then you're gonna be stuck with all those bills, and your mobile detailing business is not providing the income you need to support your standard of living. So like when it's busy and everybody's making money during the summer, you have to be considering the winter season. For me, it's not really much an issue anymore. I still like look to save for the winter. So like right now, it's August, and my goal now is after this month, after I take care of all my personal business stuff and the business, this is the month that I'm gonna go ahead and put up 1,000 or two to get me to prepare for the winter. Even though my business can self-sufficiently survive during the winter just off of my repeat customers. But for me, it's still important to put something up so that I can make sure that if anything happens, I'm still good in my business when it comes to the winter season. So yeah, just preparing ahead is very important when it comes to surviving as a mobile detailing, especially like during the winter season. So going into like some other personal things that I believe is very important when it comes to making it as a mobile detailer, I would say, and I'm doing it as I go. So just bear with me as I come up with some other things that I think has helped me. So I think saving for the winter is important, but also keeping a certain amount of money in a just in case fund. And the reason I say that is because you can have a pressure washer go out at any moment of time. You can have a generator go out at any moment of time. Your van can break down at any moment of time. And that kind of stuff can shut you down completely. So like most detailers, um, I ain't gonna say most detailers, but most people they don't save. So that's important that you save. But I want to get into something different though. Like when I say saving for equipment and whatnot, like basically, if you save for your equipment, then you secure if something happens. But the problem is when you don't save for equipment and you don't have the money, or when you save when you have the money from a detail or something like that, for from work that you did, but your equipment go out and too slow to replace that equipment because you're trying to get it fixed. That's one thing that I know has stopped a lot of details and hurt a lot of detailers because they are too cheap to just go replace that equipment, take that L for today or whatever day that was or that week, and just go replace the equipment and go ahead and make that money back that same day. Like you gotta be willing to let go of that kind of stuff and just keep it moving because you gotta be able to survive and make it. And if you too stuck on not wanting to pay $500 for a new generator because it's your last 500, but you got another detail at 6 o'clock at 5 in the evening, and it's only 2 o'clock, and you can go make that half of that money that same day. If you're not thinking like that, you're gonna be hurt in your business because you can't dwell on oh what you could have had. You know, like you got to work with what you got and just keep it moving because if you dwell on that equipment for too long, man, you're gonna lose so much business, man. You're gonna go day in and day out thinking about customers calling you and you can't do it because you waiting to get a $500 generator fixed, but each detail you get paid $100, and that's just on the low end. Um, we don't charge $100. I'm just saying on the low end. If you charge $100 for a detail and you are waiting 2, 3, 4 weeks to get your $500 generator fixed, but you missing out on $500 worth of work. You know, that's the kind of stuff that some people do. So you gotta be willing to replace your equipment quick, fast, in a hurry, and get back to the money, man. Don't let nothing like that stop you. You gotta keep going because the goal is to serve as many clients as possible so that they can get in your client base and they can stay with you. And the more clients you get, the more financial free you are because now you got a whole list of customers that's calling you on the monthly, bi-weekly, every 3 months, every 6 months, and they calling you for the same 150, 200, or $300 job. So you gotta continue to do your customers no matter what. Replace that equipment, you know, and keep it moving, man. That's how you survive as a detailer. Some people cannot get past that. They want to be a mechanic, but they're a detailer. Don't be trying to fix equipment if you're not a mechanic. And if you don't have access to a mechanic and they can fix it within the same day, knowing that you got other appointments going, you need to go replace that equipment, man, because you the worst thing you can do is have to tell a customer, "Oh, I can't do your car because my equipment is out." Me, I would rather replace my equipment the same day or the next day and go out and do their car the next day for a discount and make some of that money back and be ready to go for the next detail without having to worry about if my mechanic fits my equipment. And this may be a tangent because I had a family member who I was in business with that was would miss out on appointments because he didn't want to pay for equipment. So it may hit different for me, but that's a very big tangent of mine that people have to get to realize, man. You have to, if you can't fix it on your own in that same day or same moment, replace it and move on to the next thing. And yeah, I'm gonna just move on from that, man. That was just a big key point of mine. I think a lot of people should consider, because when you in that hard spot, man, and you only got $400 to your name or $300 to your name. The generator that you normally get is $500, but you only got $350, and you trying to figure out what you're gonna do. Should you repair it? Should you go to the store and see if you can find a cheaper one? Yes. Go find a cheaper generator. Go find the cheapest one you can find to get the job done. Use that generator until it goes out, and then save your money in the process to get the better generator that you used to. That's just how I work. I don't want to miss out on any money in the process of me trying to find a new generator, or in the process of upgrading or changing equipment. And I think that you all should take that and build off of that, because I've seen a lot of businesses lose money because of their equipment and they don't want to replace it. So going on to the next thing, what it takes to survive or how to make it as a mobile detailer. Um, I would say you gotta always have a goal and a vision and a motivation on why you're doing what you're doing. Because detailing, it gets hard, it gets tiring, it gets hot. Uh, I just had somebody ask me the other day, like, how do you wash cars in the heat, man? I believe that I'm working out. I believe that I'm getting therapy, mentally therapy, by coming out here doing these cars every day. I believe that I'm getting my own alone time. I can listen to music. I can think. I can like really go deep into deep thought. I can do so many things while I'm out here detailing, man. So you gotta have a positive mindset to everything that you're doing if you want to make it as a detailer. If you out here just complaining about every single detail, every single appointment, oh, it's hot, I'm thirsty, they owe me because I'm out here in this hot sun. Nobody owes you anything, man. So you definitely have to have that mindset in order to make it, because you you chose to have this job. You chose to run this business. So having the mindset of that you grateful for this job, you grateful for this opportunity. For me, when I started, I was just happy to be able to work for myself. I was happy to not have to answer to someone. I was happy to be able to, if I wanted to take a day off, I can take a day off. So some people don't, you know, understand just that mindset of itself. And yeah, you working harder. Like, if you don't understand like how to make it as a detailer, this one advice I'm about to give you all right here should help you all a lot, because one of the main, I want to say the main things, other than staying consistent, that helped me is having a almost, some people they call it a exception, obsession. Like, my grind for what I'm doing, it never turns off. Like, and you gotta be a master executor. Like, you have to be willing to execute at any moment in time on any and everything. And you gotta be ready. You gotta be motivated behind it too. Like, for instance, YouTube. Me being a YouTuber, in addition to my detailing, I don't look at myself as a YouTuber, but this is what I do. I do this every single day. So why not incorporate this in my detailing and build off of it? You know, it's the simple thing is that, like, oh, it's too hard, it's too hot. I don't have time to do that in the middle of the detail. I'm trying to get done. That's excuses, because this content game is also next level for everything else that you're trying to do as a detailer. And if you're not making videos, you're gonna miss out as well. because everything, especially if you're trying to do this long term, everything that you're doing that involves content is going to help you. And you gotta focus on one platform, and that's it. And you want to post as much content on there as possible because that's how you build a following. And when you build a following, everything else follows. Um, if you don't know this, like every big name, every YouTuber, every successful person that has a following, they have they have a some type of social media that they push and they put, and you just watch their content. Watch how often they post, and you think they're just doing that because they want to be famous? No, they doing that because there's something attached to it. So every time you, not for me, it's a service based business. So everything that I do is local. So the local SEO and the local search factors within Google and YouTube is crazy. So if I'm posting videos talking about detailing, guess what? My local search ads are getting better. I'm getting pushed up to the top of Google every single day that I post a video. Like not only that, uh, when you think about like the Google ad thing, if you get paid on YouTube, which we don't, if you get paid through YouTube on a Google ad account, but you also paying for ads for your business on that same Google ad account, imagine, imagine for us, we only pay $500 a month on Google ads, and it brings us thousands of dollars. Imagine me creating these videos when I do get monetized in about a year or less. Imagine my Google ads being paid for by the videos that I'm making. Now the business is growing on its own, and I don't have any advertisement budget outside of organic reach. So I just eliminated thousands of dollars that I spend a year. At least that's 2,000. That's $1,000 every 2 months. So there's 12 months in a year. It's 10,000. Just about $10,000 that I'm saving on advertisement a year by just making YouTube videos. And then that's not even, you know what I'm saying? That's not even considering like the extra money that may come from that as profits. But I'm saying all that to say that like in order to make it as a detailer, you gotta be willing to put in the work. And you gotta focus on one thing at a time. Like trying to do everything else is when I always lost the most money. And I think that if you just stay focused on what you're working on and not get, you know, the guy Allison Mosey mentions, you know, not being fooled by the girl in the red dress. Meaning like don't be so um quick to try something else when you making all your money in detailing. Don't be so quick to switch and, put all your mobile detailing profits and to stocks um or the next best thing or oh I don't know, man. You or even just spend frivolously. Don't be willing to spend so frivolously on things. Don't go as soon as you get money, you go on a trip and you just blow all your money. Like invest back into your business and you get the return. So those are kind of things that helps you, keep going in your mobile detailing business, man. So I hope that you all are learning something from this content because I'm just trying to help, and I hope that you all are benefit from it, from everything that we trying to teach y'all and show y'all, and all the things that I'm saying is from experience. Like I think that's one thing that I have over any other detailer on YouTube. I personally post everything that I do from the every single day on YouTube. So every single day I'm posting a video. Every single car is adding up. Everything is lining up with the post. The live videos are lining up with the um with the videos that aren't live. With the like I make a live video, turn around, make a video off of it. Make a live video, make a regular video off of it. Everything is lining up so where you can see that every single day I'm washing cars. So everything that I'm doing is not based on, you know, lies. Like you all see what I'm doing. You see what I'm making, y'all. I'm telling y'all how much my prices are. You can check on my website. It's all online. So if you all want to learn from me, you learn it from somebody that actually does what he's talking about, And I'm not gonna sit here and tell y'all I make $2 million a year. I'm not gonna sit here and tell y'all I make over six figures every single year. Like we made over six figures one year, another year we made 98,000 or whatever thousand it was. So and this year it may be less or more. It may be less or more than 100. But and then you gotta also consider the expenses. So yes, you can say you make over 100 six figures, but what about the expenses? So I can say that we made over six figures and and we made more than the average household makes. Um, my business made in profit over most of the households in America, and I'm proud of that. So if you're looking for a business to get into that you can actually like survive off of and do it, then do it. But if you work in a desk job and you don't want a boss or someone that can tell you what to do, then think about it like this. Would you rather have a boss and someone tell you what to do? Or would you rather work in the hot sun and do what you want to do, but you have to work in the hot sun and do labor? Do you like that trade off? Or would you rather have a boss at your job and just do the job, working in the AC, you know, do the corporate thing? Because it's this is not sweet, Like it does get hot. It does get hard. It does have the emotional ties to it. You do have to worry about managing. You do have to pay for ads. You have the infrequency of paychecks. So all that stuff matters when deciding on what you want to do. For me, it came. I took advantage of the opportunity. I knew that this is what I wanted to do. Sometimes I second guess it, but that's just what happens. That's what happens when you working when you working somewhere it's hard. It's a business owner, everything gets hard. But at the end of the day, after you put in all that hard work, when it's time for it to pay off, it's gonna pay off. So that's kind of where we at with it. We working hard every single day where we got goals and plans and visions in place, and now it's just a matter of time. Working every day, getting up every day, doing the work that needs to be done, and then wait for the goal to reach. That's all that we doing, man. That's all we doing, and everything is just set. You know, we got our YouTube going. We waiting on the goal to be reached. We just putting in the work. Just keep working, and do things that make sense. Do things that's going to pay off dividends in the long term. That's the key. Do things that going do things that gonna pay off and pay dividends in the long term by the hard work that you do. And when I say dividends, I'm talking about passive work. Passive work that's gonna pay you dividends in the long term. Do the work, get the passive later. Just do the work. That's all it takes. Just do the work, stay motivated, stay passionate, stay consistent, and when the time comes, when you reach that goal or whatever benchmark you're trying to reach, then you reach it. Now, if there's a maybe in the equation, then that's a problem because everything you need to do, you need to have a benchmark for it. Like, okay, you need to have the number of when you're going to get to that goal and how long it's going to take. You don't want to have a maybe. And if you do have a maybe, it's because you're not planning it all the way. Maybe you don't like the time frame that the numbers are telling you, so you putting a maybe in there trying to make it quicker. Do the longer time frame and be patient and wait for that time to come. If it comes early, then you celebrate. But do the longer time frame. Zoom out and put in the work and do it consistently. Watch where it gets you. And I'm talking to myself. Yep, that's how you do it though. You gotta, this is for me, even though I'm making this content, man, this is for me just as much as it is for y'all. Whether y'all like it or not, it don't really matter because this is the grind that I needed to do to see as I mature in this business, man. There's so much things that you can learn, man. So much things that you can learn. So just keep going, just keep grinding. If you like the videos, make sure y'all hit the subscribe button, support us. Right now, we just doing the wipe down on the interior. We just vacuumed it out. This is a maintenance client. We've been doing this client car for over a year and a half now, every other week. And that's what I'm talking about. And this same client right here is what makes my business possible, what makes my business survive. And we got this client off of a marketing. I came out, I did a good job, I stayed consistent, set up a monthly plan, and every month, like clockwork, I come here and get the car done. He doesn't even come outside no more. He doesn't even look at the car. He don't even come outside no more. That's the crazy part. I come here, I do the car, I send the invoice, I get paid, and I go home. Or I go to my next appointment. Now imagine if I had a team. It can't get no more passive than that. You do the work. I mean, it's a service-based business. So it can't get no more passive than that. But it's active. It's definitely active. But even now, like the work that I'm doing for this detailing business, it's gonna come off as passive when I'm ready. When I'm ready, man. It's this is chestnut checkers, and it's a marathon, man. So you gotta see it. You gotta see the vision. You gotta know what it's gonna take. You know, and we gonna rock it into this time. Yep. We gonna rock it into this time. And when we get there, y'all gonna know because we gonna be making so many videos about how we did that, how we did this, what we doing next, how it's gonna go next, what's coming after that, how we gonna build here, how we gonna do that, how we gonna franchise here, how we gonna franchise there, how we opening up a location here, how we open up in the location there, and we gonna be the biggest detailing company in the world with no funding, all cash, all money in, and we gonna do it, all money in. Yeah, man, I'm just talking junk now, man, but we definitely gonna do it, man. We definitely gonna get there. We definitely gonna make it happen. I'm just talking junk now. I appreciate y'all for watching, man. Make sure y'all put that subscribe button. Make sure y'all hit the like button. And we gonna keep on doing it, man. We almost done with the inside here. We just gotta do this last passenger seat, and then we're gonna get started on the exterior. So what y'all think about this car, man? This is an Infinity SUV. Yeah, I think it's an Infinity, right? Yeah, Q at 60. So man, we get into it. Told people how to make it as detailers. We went into just a recap. I'm gonna try to remember everything I taught y'all, but it was a lot. So if you didn't catch that, make sure y'all go back and rewatch this, man, because I talked about a lot in this video. But let's go. To make it as a detailer, you're gonna need your van, you're gonna need your starting customers, friends and family. You're gonna ask for some pictures, you're gonna charge them the less amount of money, you're gonna turn around, you're gonna go ahead and get your website going, your scheduling system, make sure you can take cards, your payment processor, with your scheduling and all that kind of stuff. Get your website going, make sure people can book you online. You're gonna go ahead and get you some business cards. Then you're gonna go ahead and start walking around to other businesses and letting them know about you, let them know that you're in a local area and all that good old stuff. And see if they can get they want to get their car detailed to try you out. Then you're gonna go ahead and then the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and get you a van wrap, a truck wrap, however you want to do it. You can even go get you just a magnet and put it on the front, the back, the sides of your vehicle. Once you got your magnet, then you want to get into the mental framework. You gotta be committed. You gotta be consistent. You gotta be available and ready and flexible with your schedule. You can't turn down customers because you need every single customer to grow your customer list so that you can make it through the winter season. You want to also have cash for the winter season when it gets slow. When your equipment go down, you got to be ready to replace it and not trying to spend 2 weeks to get it fixed because you're going to lose out on money. You want to spend that time to get your stuff fixed so that you don't miss out on money and not, get it replaced and not miss out on money, even if you got to get smaller equipment to keep you going because getting the customer is the most important thing because the more customers you get on your customer list, again, the more customers you have that can help you get through these slow seasons when it does get slow. Um, on your customer list, you got to make sure you get every single customer name, email, and address. You want to market to them on a consistent basis, on a monthly, 3 month, 6 month basis. You want to tell them happy holidays on every holiday. You want to send that stuff out in emails through the automated system, whatever system you want to use for your customer relationship management. And then I went into like personal things of how to grow your business, man. But other than that, man, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and let this ride, man, because I just um I just finished the inside, and now it's time to start on the outside. So y'all go ahead and watch this, man. I'm gonna let it ride. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button, the like button to support us. But let the rest of that ride. Mm. So now we starting our drying process. We just washed the car. Uh, we usually use our two rag method. If you watched our channel before, you know what I'm talking about. The two rag method pretty much involved using one rag to soak in the water that's on the car, and the other rag to go back over to dry it completely. So that's how we use our two rag method. We usually always start on the windows and then work our way to the rest of the car. So Okay. So, right, we all done, man. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all hit subscribe, like, all that nice stuff. And I'm out of here.